After days of ground invasion, Israel has ended up with more than a dozen of its soldiers dead and not a single Hamas fighter caught alive that Israel could use as a bargaining chip to have the hostages released. So the ground invasion has been so far a failure for Israel. Another indication of the fact that it isn't going right for Israel is the fact that they have slowed their ground incursion. Now they have not slowed it. It means they are being held back by the Hamas fighters in Gaza. It appears that Israel would like Pentagon to join in the war, and the Pentagon generals are not at all ready for it. They are refusing to join in this war. So Israel is blaming Iran for being behind the training of Hamas, for behind bankrolling of Hamas, for being behind Hezbollah, in the hope that if United States of America can join Israel in attacking Iran, then that collaboration can be diverted towards the IDF fighting Hamas alongside the Pentagon. That too is not likely to happen. For one thing, the United States of America has already said they do not have any evidence of the fact that Iran is directly involved in this war. And secondly, Iran is not likely to participate in this war directly, and there's very good reason for that. Economically, Iran cannot afford to do that. Iran will give very ardent verbal, diplomatic, and political support to this war, but it is not likely to have its boots on ground in this war. So the Israeli insistence that Iran is behind Hamas, lock, stock, and barrel. In their desperation, they're trying to get United States of America to help them in this war. The other thing that is happening is that the Houthi rebels have declared war on Israel, and they have even fired rockets towards Israel. Now, the Houthi rebels joining in this fight actually creates a dilemma for Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia was involved in a war against the Houthi rebels in Yemen. And although that war has ended very recently, if the Houthi rebels join Hamas, then they appear to be the people who are doing the right thing for the Ummah, standing up for the Ummah, while Saudi Arabia, the custodians of the holy sites, is not doing that. And so they would, in hindsight, pitch themselves as the legitimate force vis-à-vis that of Saudi Arabia, and that is not something that Saudi Arabia can afford at this time. So if they join in the war, there will be an indirect, or rather a direct pressure on Saudi Arabia to also support the war on Hamas's side. And how they do it, they could be bankrolling it, financially supporting the war. Politically they already are, but they will have to intensify their support to Hamas in the face of the Houthi rebels coming forth on the side of Hamas militarily. So the three aspects of this war are already now clear. Number one, the ground invasion isn't going well for Israel, and that is a red flag over IDF. Number two, they are trying to get the Pentagon to come and join them in this war. And the only way they think they can get the Pentagon is if they go after Iran and somehow get the Pentagon to join them in fighting Iran. And if they are fighting Iran together, then the Pentagon would obviously also help the IDF fight the Hamas forces. And because United States of America has this long-standing animosity with Iran, the IDF is hoping that if they keep insisting that Iran is behind everything, then somehow they can get the United States to join them and fight Iran, take advantage of this opportunity. And like I said, it doesn't seem likely that United States of America would do that. And the pressure on Saudi Arabia getting intensified because of the Houthi rebels having come out in the open on the side of Hamas. These are the three things that are significant as the war continues. You're watching Xenia Sati. I will be back with more commentary on this war. Thank you for watching.